Hi everyone! In this video tutorial, I am going to review the updated Bookshare Web Reader that was released in September. Students will continue to access their books via the Bookshare website and will continue to select the Read Now button to open their books. So let's take a look at what's new. So the first thing that you should notice when you open up the Bookshare Web Reader is that the layout has changed. Now we have blue margins at the top and the bottom. Says Bookshare Web Reader. It gives you the title of the book that the student is reading, and then we have our settings. Um, New settings are part of the update. And it's nice to see some of these that are present in here. You have these tabs here at the top. The first tab is Quick Set. And this is just like it says, it's a quick, easy way for students to come in. They can adjust the audio speed using the minus, the plus. They can also use a scroll bar. And if you click on the book, it will bring it to what Bookshare considers the normal fluency reading speed for that particular book. Text size, you have your regular, which is your book default, normal character spacing. You can do large print. And if I click on that, you can kind of see in the background how it bumps it up a little, and extra large print. So you do have a couple of those. The default is regular. Font, you have your book default. And in this section, they are giving you only two options. But if you go into your text, you have more font options available. Your page format, again, if you go into page, you will have more options, but under the quick set, it will give you paginated, which basically means that the student is going to click on these arrows and turn the pages of the book versus scrolling, in which they would just scroll up and down the page. And for the page format under quick sets, you have medium margins, book defaults, line spacing, large margins, 1.5 line spacing, and then the scrolling. Again, when we go into page, you'll see that you do have some additional options. The same with color themes. The default is black on white. You have lemon on black, black on lemon, white on blue. And when we go to color, there will be additional options for you to choose from. You always have the option to reset to defaults. So if the student isn't quite sure what the original settings were, you can always reset it to that. And then for each individual book, go in and change it. So looking at more detailed settings, if you click on audio, this is where you're going to change the voice. You do have some different voice options. Not a ton. It looks like there's more, but if you go to say Daniel and you do play sample, you'll see that he is speaking a more of a British accent versus Alex, Fred, and Samantha tend to be the voices without accents. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Okay. Your audio speed, it's the same as on the quick set. So you can adjust it with either the plus minus, the normal, or the scroll bar. Voicing options, if you want the voice page numbers and the voice image description. So if you want to have the page numbers read, and if you have downloaded a Bookshare book that has images and you want to have the images described to you, you would click those boxes off. Under text, again, this is where you have your text size. So before we just had default, large, extra large. In here, you can use your plus and minus again, or you can use the scroll bar, and you can see in the background how it's making my font larger. If I click on the book, it just goes to the default setting for the book. Font style, the default is the book default, but if you come in here, you'll notice that you do have more options available, including the open dyslexic font. For your character spacing, it will automatically go to the default, but you can also have wide, wider, and widest spacings in terms of that. If I go to page, this is where you can say, do I want it paginated. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Paginated. This is again where you will use the arrows here to turn the pages of the book versus scrolling, where you will just scroll up and down the page. Your margins can be small, medium is a default, and large. And then you also have line spacing. So you can have single space up to 3.0 space. You also have a book default option. And again, here you have the ability to display the page numbers. This could be helpful if the teacher says to go to a particular page. The page numbers should coincide with the page numbers of the book. But I have noticed in Bookshare, sometimes depending on the font size you use, the style, um, the margins, the line spacing, it could be off in terms of if you're using a much bigger um, font size and style. Page 2 might actually be, page 4, but it gives you a ballpark area for that. And then for color, again, under the quick set, we had some options. This gives you a little bit more, but what I really like is that you can customize. So you can customize the background color and the text color, and you can also customize the sentence highlight color and the word highlight color. So this is a really nice option for students that might not like the traditional yellow blue. They might want it to be, you know, maybe they don't want the sentence to be standing out as much, but they want the words highlighted. They could go in and maybe make it a white sentence highlight, and then it's just highlighting the individual words. So I do like that feature that you can customize the background colors and that you can also customize the sentence and highlight word color. Okay. So when I come back out here, I've made some of those settings. And again, the students can go in and change the settings anytime that they need to. On your bottom toolbar, here you have your table of contents. It used to be on the top toolbar before. And this will allow you to jump to whatever part of the book you want to go to, which is similar to what was in Bookshare before. A new feature to Bookshare, which I am so excited about, is the bookmark feature. Previously, Bookshare, when it opened up the book, it just automatically opened up to the beginning of the book, and it will usually continue to do that. But you have the ability to bookmark your page. So the student doesn't have to either write it on a sticky or try to remember. They can just say, oh, today we're going to start at Act 2, Scene 1. I've already bookmarked it. I'm going to click on it, and it is going to bring me to that page. And you see your bookmark is here. You also notice when I go back into my bookmarks, when I'm done with that bookmark, I can just click delete. And now that orange bookmark is gone. So the next day, if the student is now going to Act 3, and they jump to that and they click down here on the little bookmark tab, and now I have my bookmark here at the beginning of that. This icon here, this is just going to tell you the current location you are in your book. And then you have your play feature. So if I click play.
ACT 3, Scene 1. Enter Casio and musicians. Casio, masters, play here. I will content your pains.
So there you have the ability, just your play and your pause. If I do my forward button, it will jump forward to the next line. And you also have your back, which is going to bring you back. So that's a little bit, if you want to do the jump forward back kind of feature there. So this is just a quick overview of the new Bookshare Web Reader. I'm very excited with the bookmarking feature and the additional customization features that are available here for our students. Please let me know what you think. And if you have any questions, please reach out. Thanks.